As you can see, these are my bourbon reds, and it's July, so they're about 4 or 5 months old. And I'm just kind of getting a little picture of the flock here, see how they've been growing. They're tall now, but they haven't really done their filling out yet. Kind of got a cloudy, cool day today, and they're out enjoying their foraging. Okay, here we are, Thunder Ridge Homestead, me and my helpers. We are going to start working on a project today. Oh, Molly, come on. She got to check out everything. I got such wild animals. I wish I could control them in some way. Anyway, we're going to work on a project today. This barn, which I will give you some close view, of what it really looks like. Got it's an old barn. It's got a lot of damage. We got damaged roof. We got damages a lot of places. But I have this new door that I've installed. And the door, I'll show you where we're gonna go with that. You can see we had a tree that was grown like right into the side of the building. The tree's been removed this year. We've also got, if you look down here, we have a tree stump, because at one point, and there's another tree stumps over this way. At one point there was a full-length pin that went all the way out to where that post is, all around the front of the whole barn. And it was falling down. It was a mess. When I was here as a child, we had a stallion. We had a Tennessee walking horse stallion, and this was his little private home. He had the front stall, and then he had this big open pen that he could be in for his, free access in and out all the time. And then, like I said, as time passed and went on and everything came into disrepair more and more and more, the pen just collapsed. I'll put some pictures in and show you what it was like. What we do have left that seem to be fairly stable, got a couple of fairly stable posts here. I mean, they're not great, but they're not great, but they're not like rotten. They're still in the ground. And rather than dig that up, I'm not going to be able to eliminate this stump for quite a while. That's just the way it is. Of course, we're going to make sure it's dead and there's nothing growing back on it. But, it's in the way, no matter what we do. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to make us an exterior turkey run out of this pen. Like I said, I put this door on. Let's see if I can get a picture of it. I have it kind of blocked today because we've been having some predator issues. So I have this door here like this, and you pull the rope and the door opens, slides open, and then all you have to do to close it is push. My service dog Sage is trained to pull the doors. He can pull the rope and open the door, so all I have to do is send him out days that I'm not moving, and he can open the turkeys up for me. And what I want him to do is to be able to go into a safe space. Some days they will still be allowed to free range, but I do want them to have access to a free and safe pen. at all times if possible. We're going to go ahead and pass through this door. Let's back up again so I can get a better picture. But as you can see, this is a high quality fine door. Just dandy, right? Well, it's hopefully going to be replaced. I do have a door to put in it. Let's see, we'll just give you a little pan job here of this front. This is now our sheepfold stall. Originally this was the stallion stall, but I've got it set up more for a sheep area now. This is where I put them when they lamb, and they actually come in here at night and go to sleep, so it's a nice secure spot for them at night. They do that voluntarily. On the outside of this stall, I have a pin, so we can pin them if we need to in a secure spot, or like when they first have lambs, because like I said, we do have dogs, we have predators around. On the other side, I'm going to turn back up here again, kind of turn slowly so I can give you a view of this. Okay, this is our front little part of the barn. We have a lot of work we still have to do. As you can see, that door right there that's upside down, it's an exterior steel door, and I have the framework and everything for it still. And I have a brother-in-law who's a carpenter, and the plan is to install that door on to the front of this door. So it's going to be rebuilt, reframed up, and have a real door put on it. And then I will also have a screen door put on, and the screen door will be made with hardware cloth so that it can be secure yet let plenty of air in. We're going to do a similar thing with this door so that they have cross ventilation. And right now I've got things just kind of hanging. We also have to put a vent. I have a vent purchased for this hole so we can have some ventilation in here. And this is my turkey pen. I showed you a little bit of it earlier in another video. Here are the bourbon red turkeys. Since the last video, we've had a coyote come by and visit us again. And we have now lost 3, count them, 3 of my turkeys. I had 9, now we have 6. Not okay. 2 were killed yesterday. The coyote was caught in the act. My predator dog went after him, chased him a good long ways, and hopefully give him a reason not to come back for a while. But right now we're going to do some more pinning and safekeeping of these turkeys. I don't want to let them not free range ever, but when we know the coyote's in town, because they range, have a pretty big range. When we know he's in town, they're going to stay in a predator-proof environment. This pen, like I said, it's a pretty secure pen. A long time ago, my mom raised Persian cats, believe it or not, and she made this pen as a place to house cats as she was breeding them, or when she was raising them to where she was getting ready to sell them. At that time, it was made more like a little living room. She had carpet in here. She had a couch in here. She had these little separate cages where she could pen off, like if she had a mother with new babies, or if she had a cat that was in heat or something, she could put them in these individual pens. Like I said, it works better as a turkey pen. I'm not into raising pedigreed cats, but this is the inside of that little slide door. So as you can see, hopefully we'll be able to just pull the door open and they'll be able to go into a safe pen outside. That's the project we're working on. So I'm going to kind of take you along as we go do this. As you can see, these heritage breed turkeys like to perch up high. So this little cross piece we've got here works perfect for that. When they were younger, they were in this little separate pen, so they just had a smaller area to take care of and to grow in. And then once they got to where they were big enough, they were into the whole thing. This is about a probably 10 by 10, 12 by 12 area. Like I said, in the winter time, this door shuts, this door shuts, this door shuts, but this door usually stays open. And we're going to try to make it so it has a door of some kind for on those bitter nights. But chickens really didn't do very well in this pen. It's too open, it's too airy, and they don't have enough body mass to keep themselves warm. Turkeys do better out here. So that's why it's turned into my turkey pen. So anyway, just giving you a little update. The first plan for today, coming out here, we're going to start marking off. This turkey pen is going to be made primarily of a cattle panel construction. I'm going to make it nice and secure. It's going to have a top, and we're going to have wire on it too, as well as just the cattle panel, so that it can be secure enough that something can't tear through it, and also something secure enough that something small, like we have turkey poults, they cannot go out of it. So that's the plan for now. So I'm going to take you along as we work. So far, I wanted to take a little picture before I took it completely down. I have marked off my rectangle, made sure it's straight and square how I wanted it. Did some with some mason twine. Remember to check square by going from corner to corner, and the measurements should be equal. And I'm making like a pony wall with this old cattle panel that I had, and then I'm hooking another piece of cattle panel and an arch over the top of it, and that's how this pen is going to be made. I'm sitting back here in the shade just a little bit, taking a little break. So far today, like I said, I've got it pinned out, measured out, went and got the little posts I needed for support posts. Got the old cattle panel that I had cut to size for the pony walls, and I've started in working on this. It's hot today. It's about 90 degrees. I don't know how much more I'm going to get completed today. I'm just trying to get it so it's contained enough that no animals will get into it while I'm working tonight, resting tonight. So that's just what we're going to do. So anyway, just wanted to kind of update you where I'm at on this project. Okay, here we are, day 2 of the turkey pen build. I have got it right now so it can temporarily be used. I've still got to put a full front on it, but right now I need to get these turkeys out because it's getting hot in the coop again, and this way they're at least protected a little bit more from our coyote friends. So anyway, I'm just going to kind of walk you around, show you what we did. I've got the bottom of the thing. See if I can show you this way maybe. Okay, got it attached to the posts, and I've got it hooked onto the panels. These little spiral things are sold at premier1.com. They are connectors made specifically by Premier One for attaching cattle panel to cattle panel, and they are wonderful. I absolutely love these things. You can do a whole lot with them, obviously. So I have this little pony wall here, and I'm going to hook the cattle panels up this way, up over the top, and eventually they're going to be spiraled around the top parts too. I've got to purchase some more of these spirals because I don't have enough right now. I think you can maybe see the one that I do have started underneath the tarp area, so it's just kind of fastened together. That keeps the panels secure, and it's going to have either some kind of a sunshade or tarp or something on it most of the time, just to provide some extra shade for the turkeys when they're in this pen. You know, shade's a good thing. But anyway, this is where we're at right now. I just have a temporary pen panel across this front. Got gaps and holes, and it's all bent and yakety, but it should hold them in there for today, so they can get out and it won't be so hot in there in the house for them. So this is where we're at so far, just giving you a little update. Alright, here's a turkey pen update. This is about the 4th time I've worked on it now. I still have got some fasteners to put in. I just have the sides temporarily hooked with wire on this side, as you can see. I have the cattle panel used for the front. Because I'm using cattle panel, I really need very little framing. I'm just using posts and panels basically, and making it be a pretty secure little pen. I still have to get some more, like I said, some more of those spinner things so I can have hinges. This is going to be You can see right in the front here is a walk door, and at the very bottom I've got a pop door for the turkeys I'm going to try to get fixed. The turkeys are kind of separated from each other right now, so they're fussing at each other. But you can see the little spinners that I've used on the sides. And also this top is just temporary. It's something I had. I'm going to eventually put some shade cloth on there because I think that would look a lot nicer. And I'm working on putting some, you can see this right now, some perches in here so they can have a place to play. They like to get up high, high, high. That's just one thing they really love to do. So this is what we've got so far. One of the things I need to do still, I'm going to get some either chicken wire or a small gauge welded wire of some sort to go all around the bottom and as high up as I can go on the ups, just as a means of keeping any small birds in better. Right now you see we just have like a real thin bird mesh stuff in the front, and it's kind of cheesy, so not really what I would want, but just a little update. Thanks.